time in the early 30s. So it's a historic district. I believe some of the brickwork you can see on the top of the buildings that still exist today. And basically, we have the East Campus over here, like I said before, where the men's shelter is currently housed. And there's plans also for the East Campus too, where there's supposed to be a lot of money coming in. And we're just kind of wondering, are the homeless men back here, who I'm trying to speak for, are they going to be disenfranchised? And we have this one building here was used, I believe, it housed a lot of the guys who had mental problems, who weren't criminally dangerous, like on the West Campus. But in this building right here, I'm not sure what they're going to do with this building. But it probably would be really great if they could do something in the lines of trying to do something for some of the homeless men and homeless families in this building, because it probably. But I guess we'll have to see about that later on. But currently, we have on the east side also a brand new hospital they built over here in Congress Heights section of Alabama Avenue on the far east side over in the corner. We have a brand new hospital. And so with that, we're hoping that, if the dollars do come over here, that it is, it benefits all the people and not just some of the people. And we don't have whole new communities of people coming into Washington, D.C., just bringing traffic and no jobs and none of the things that will, benefit the community as a whole. And that's what we're going to try to venture out and find out exactly where the dollars are going to be spent and where the dollars going and exactly what are the plans, and try to have the community informed about these things so we can make, some decisions also, because we may not agree with everything they're really offering us. And I don't think that our congresswoman at the present moment is giving us all the information that we need over here in Southeast Washington, neither our ward council member, Marion Bird. So we'd like to get with him and Mrs. Holmes Norton, and just find out what's the plan's going to be, and how's it going to benefit our community, and more or less the least of the people over here, the homeless men that currently have residence in 801 East on Making Life Better Lane on the grounds of historic St. Elizabeth Hospital. All right, now we're inside in 801 East Men's Shelter, okay? And this is the area I stay in over here. And this is E-Dome, all right?
Doesn't look that bad, actually. It's kind of
Well, it's not
clean.
that bad. I mean, it's just basically you have the main problem, I believe, is just the seniors having to get up, and leave out right now. I mean, imagine that you putting elderly guys out knocking and banging on their beds at 6 in the morning saying, "Get up, get out." And I don't know. That's kind of like, I think we're better than that than Americans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's hard to wake somebody up who's in a good slumber sometimes. I don't care what part of America you're in.
No, I'm just saying, just really, when you start thinking about, you talking about senior citizens, that you're literally waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning and asking them to get up and leave a facility. That's kind of heartless for the greatest country in the world, man. You know what I mean? That's really kind of heartless when you think about it. And is that what it's come to?
Well, some people will call that discipline, though.
And now, well, they bailed out all the banks on Wall Street. So, they might want to think about just coming into Washington, D.C. and bailing out some of our senior citizens. That might be appropriate. Maybe they need a little stimulus too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, a little stimulus, a little dignity in these last days of their golden age.
Hey, there isn't anybody out there who doesn't want money, right?
Well, I don't know about money, but just man, a little something for try to get by a little better.
Okay. All right. So that's what you're proposing right now.
Well, I'm
If you were
proposing
running
that.
for office, that would be
I'm
one of the
proposing that and many other things.
things. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm proposing housing for all. You know what I mean? That's one of the main issues on People for Fairness Coalition, that we want to try to establish some type of housing for all homeless people, because I believe that homeless people are just like people who've been through a hurricane. So when you think about homeless people, you want to think about, just like you think about people who've been through a hurricane, who have suffered uh, a lot. Just think about homeless people as people who go out into a hurricane every day and they're still suffering. So, you know what I mean?
Well, what about the people that are going to abuse their
if you look at
opportunity, though?
the people who are going to abuse their opportunity.
Right. People who are not going to work as hard as you do.
How can you abuse your opportunity? I mean, if you're homeless and you've been through a hurricane, if you associate homeless with a person who's been through a hurricane because they've had a hurricane of drugs in their community, a hurricane of disenfranchisement,
they're victims.
A hurricane. I mean, in a certain sense, not that people need to feel sorry for them on that level, but I would say, you know what I mean, more you want to be, you know what I'm saying, have that compassion and think about these are some of the victims of society in a sense too. Also, I mean, you have to.
So this isn't good enough then. These beds are not good enough. The free food is not good enough.
Well, I don't know about all
counseling
the free food
programs are not good enough.
You know,
Miriam's Kitchen is not good enough. The job services that the mayor's offering are not good enough.
No, not to say all that's not good enough, but it's to say that you can do more, and it's to say that, like the lady said, in Russia, you don't have homeless people in Russia. Maybe it's because it's too cold, but still all the same.
You got a lot of other things in Russia to worry about, though.
Right.
I don't think you're going to be shipping off to Russia anytime soon.
No, I'm not.
Not from what I heard.
No,
they
I'm
don't
not.
like black people too much in some parts of Russia, anyways.
Well, I don't know about that.
That's what I know. I heard it from somebody who
but,
should know.
But I don't
All right.
know about that.
All right, Robert. So you're signing off for now, but this is where you'll be come slumber time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This will I'll be, and we're gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, do some things around here. I'm hoping to leave here pretty soon. You know what I'm saying. I've written in my 2 books and wrote my 100 poems, and now, you know what I'm saying, I wrote these books basically for these men in this shelter. You know what I'm saying? Because without them, I don't think I could have got the the words put to the paper. You know what I mean? I don't think the thoughts that I wrote about would have came to me. So, it's been an experience for me. I mean, unlike any other at this time in my life. So, but I've learned something, and now
You're chilling right
I'm
now.
really focused on being an advocate for these men in this shelter, 801 East in Anacostia, which I love and I've always loved, and I want to live and spend the rest of my days in Anacostia, Southeast Washington. Yes, the big A. Gotta give y'all a holler out. Shout out. All right.